global pandemic, people. We're all locked in our houses, society's falling apart, and the most vulnerable are all mortally at risk. How's everyone coping? Just waiting for a few more people to join and then the Kaneing Ask Me Anything will begin. Just remember for a minute, we're locked in with people. Maybe your marriage died years ago. There's a child. You're scared you're going to cave its fucking head in with your fist. Homeschooling lasted 2 days. Why don't you go and play with the dog shit in the garden and get toxoplasmosis? Bothered. This is a pint of coffee. I was crying at 2 a.m. No, Ollie Batty, I'm not gay, although your name is Ollie Batty. Irony. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Kaneing Ask Me Anything Live, where you can literally ask me anything and I will answer it. How's everyone coping during the coronavirus? Remember when it used to be called coronavirus, now it's COVID-19. Sounds like a shit rapper from the Wuhan clan. You can ask me absolutely anything. I'm also here we've just heard, as I'm going live here, the news is breaking that Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, whose surname Johnson literally means penis, has come down with COVID, motherfucking 19 himself. That's right, Bojo has got COVID-19. He obviously has not maintained the appropriate distance, but that is standard behaviour for Boris, who has entered near enough any intern who came near him, like a housewife entering a word search competition in Take a Break magazine. So Boris has a touch of the COVID, Boris has got a little touch of the COVID. He's got the COVID. Just a touch and not that much, because he's a posh, and that's okay. You'll be okay if you're rich with the COVID. It only affects poor people, poor, vulnerable, old people. COVIDs. That's right. Only the poor, vulnerable and old need worry. Same pattern as before. Although he's smashing it out of the park. He's even provided support for self-employed people. Us, the scum of the earth, who only deserve to be spat at in the street for daring to start our own business. Self-employed, are you? Try living off this. Like that, scumbag. See if you can feed your family off that, being flobbed off, self-employed scum. But, to be fair, 80% of profits, up to £2,500 a month, it's better than a kick in the bollocks, isn't it? Although, like most self-employed people, last year I declared a total of £1, and that is the problem. Someone said, do I like Willie? That's Ollie Batty again. I think we're seeing a definite pattern in Ollie Batty's questions there. Seem to be Willie based. So we've got a number of things going here in the UK. A lot of my international... what adult toy? Someone said there's an adult toy on the bed. We've got a bit of a pattern here going on in the UK. We've just had barbecues being broken up by the police. So people have been stopped from doing social gathering. People have been stopped from gathering together inappropriately. Social distance is in play. So people think they're being clever by finding a way about it, because we're having lovely weather here. They think they're clever finding a way about it by having a barbecue in the garden. Which system is it do you think that you're beating, you fucking virus-spreading, Neanderthal, frontal lobe bulging, society-ruining wanker bellend? Which is it? You know when you gather 20 people in your garden for a barbecue, it's not society or the law or Boris's rules you've beaten. It's your own immune system. Your own immune system is also at that barbie, turning a fucking sausage on your white blood cells, and the COVIDs are rushing in, mate. The COVIDs are rushing in like a bunch of lads on a 2-for-1 drink deal at Faliraki. Let's fucking do some white blood cells. You're actually choosing grilled meats in the sunshine over having your nana still alive. Well done. Message is simple, just stay indoors. Stay in freaking doors. And I don't understand the sudden urge to go out. Most Candy Crush playing lazy fucks that have just sat on their asses for the last 3 years of their life, playing on their phone, wanking off over mobile porn in the toilets, all of a sudden, now they can't go out, all they want to do is go out. Honestly, like before, I just wanted to fucking sit in the toilet, like, you know what I mean? Just on my phone, maybe pick my arse in the garden. I haven't been out for 3 months, I get everything delivered. But now that I can't go out, I've got the word National Trust tattooed on my forehead. I'm going to fucking hike up Snowdon this afternoon. No one's going to tell me what to do. Bellends. Bidu Believe is asking, do you think China are giving us the full story? Well, like many of you, I would have seen some of these secret videos we're not supposed to see coming out of China. And they are handling things a little bit more strict. Much like the Indians. If you go out the house, slap round the face, imprisonment. Doors welded shut. Isolation means idolation. Right? Isolation means isolation, should I say. And for Brits, if you tell Brits you're going to have to stay inside, the British response is, yeah, well, let's go fucking mental street party. Let's go fucking mental street party. La, la, la. Street party. La, la, la. Street party. Oh, I've got a touch of the COVID. Goodbye, Nan. Goodbye, it's my COVID hose. I'm spraying people with my COVID hose. Someone said, were you upset when the breakfast show got taken away from you on Radio 1? I'm not Nick Grimshaw, you bellend. What are my thoughts on boycotting Weatherspoons? I mean, he said, is he apologised yet? The one that looks like Thundercats, that guy that's in charge, the one who looks like a mythical hero with his face is so wide. He's like a Weatherspoons 2 meal deal himself. You could serve them both on his face. Pay your staff. Ben Phillips FIFA, can I have a shout out? Maybe don't call yourself FIFA anymore. Maybe just leave a space there. How's everyone coping? Vanilla Ice joke twice. There's a reason I didn't acknowledge it. What's my worst stage story? Imogen Davis. Easy peasy. When I was new, and you do gigs to less people than this, if you can imagine. Well, at the moment it's no one, it's my bedroom. And I was on stage dying on my hole, because when you're a new comedian, you have to find, you know, your jokes, find your pattern. It was horrible. The whole pub were looking at me with pity. It was a room at the back of a pub, and the pub's dog, a Great Dane, walked up onto the stage and sniffed my bollocks. Literally the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Do you know what? Even though we're allowed to, someone's just asked me, Katie, have I broken the law and gone out jogging? Even though we're allowed to go outside once a day for exercise, so far we haven't. We've just stayed in the garden and taken it easy. What would my dad say of the COVID? He'd probably find a way to be racist about it. I'm not racist, but, that's the killer line, isn't it? I'm not racist, comma, but. Do you know what I'm a fan of? I'm not racist, full stop. How about that for a sentence? I'm not racist, full stop. I'm not racist, but. Nothing good ever follows after that, comma. I'm not racist, but. That's like saying I'm not a rapist, but. Get in the van! We're going to waste ground. What am I reading? I'm still reading a biography of Karl Marx, because I'm studying for a programme I probably won't get to record called Evil Genius. So that's the plan, so we'll see. Russell, do you think there'll be unrest, rioting and anarchy in the streets in 2 or 3 months' time because of lack of income? Paul from Portsmouth. Listen, if we all stick to the rules, I think we'll be fine. I don't think I'll be fine. I think the theatres are going to be closed for a long time. I'm rescheduling tour dates to October, hoping. I'm being optimistic about the theatres. But I've got a feeling social distancing will stay in place for at least a year. However, I think the main thrust of society could get working again within 2 or 3 months. What else have we got going in? Oh yeah, so men are more affected by COVID-19 than women. Why? Why is this so? Do men have weaker immune systems? Are girls built stronger? Women, after all, live longer than men. Female infants survive more than male infants. Is there something that's just stronger in women in the way you're built? Or is it much more likely men are much worse at reporting symptoms and will ignore any freaking illness until it's too late. Is that the reason more men are getting really ill from coronavirus? I suspect it is. It's nothing, Gary. Yeah, all right, it's a squirting stump and I just lopped it off out the back. But really, I think if I just pour some Stella Artois on that to clean it, and then a Sambuca and light it to cauterise the wound, we can just put it down to banter. Hey, stump banter. Peru's A-Clip saying women have higher pain thresholds or are able to deal with dad dancing and back jokes. Yeah, but a higher pain threshold will not stop infection ravaging your body. I think men suffer from a disease that women don't suffer from. Ostrich disease. Burying our fucking heads into the sand and hoping it'll all go away. What are we going to do now that Boris has got a touch of the COVIDs? How's the family today, asks Caroline. Well, it's really hard. Minna is 4, so she's just not quite old enough to get what's going on. As a humans locked in the house, there's 3 of us, me, Lindsay and Minna, but there's also my cat Keith and my dog Colin. Now Keith is very old, he's nearly 18, he's been losing weight for a while, he's been with me through everything since my dad pegged it, he's been with me through my stand-up. This cat has gone with me to the Edinburgh Festival. He was there when I won the biggest award of my life. He's been there at my lowest moments of my life. And I've got a horrible feeling next time I come on to one of my channels to broadcast, there ain't going to be any Keith anymore. So, you know, not a great week for me. You can't really make it funny, your cat dying. My dog is Colin. And has anyone got a pug out there? I mean, it's so hard to train pugs. They will do whatever they freaking like, they just sit there in the doorway. They're food motivated. So I've trained my pug to sit, fetch, dance with a fake gun so he falls down. And people are like, yeah, but I've trained my dog to, yeah, but I've trained a pug. I'm not impressed. If you've trained your sheepdog or your Labrador, I'm not impressed. Sheepdogs are born wanting to please. What do you want me to do, mate? Yeah? Do you want me to do a dance? No problem. No problem, mate. No problem, I'm a sheepdog, yeah? I'm a Labrador, no problem, I dance for you. You like? I do more dances. You want me to fetch? I fetch. Keep your treats, keep it. I do it because I'm keen to work. That's a Labrador, that's a sheepdog. This is a pug. I tell you what, mate, you give me a bag of treats and I'll consider shitting in the porch instead for a week. Then we'll have another meeting. I'm going to go and curl one off now in a cat's litter tray. Gentleman Hoons is asking me to do an Australian accent. No problem at all. We could have a Melburnian accent. This is people from Melbourne who are currently working out how to turn the coronavirus into a cultural experience. I actually want to take the COVIDs and make an interesting historic mural that we're going to put in a pop-up museum in South Melbourne. And then people can just come in from all types of communities and relate to corona on a cultural level. That's Melbourne. What about Queenslander? I'll fucking take the COVID virus, right? I'm going to put in a little fucking bottle of Bundy rum, trap the little fucker, smash it against my head and fucking kill it with pure fucking brawn and pressure. That's Queensland. Someone's just pointed out that Labradors aren't Italian. Racist. Very racist what you said there. Yeah, this brilliant news about Mike Ashley, who's backpedaling. He's backpedaling so hard that in fact he's got to buy a new pair of trainers in order to complete his backpedal. Now that's what I call fucking irony. Give me a pair of cheap fucking high-techs. I'm going to backpedal out of my heartless coronavirus statements. Sarah Starr's asking, am I always so energetic? Yes, unfortunately for my wife, I mostly am. And I'm a sex maniac. Ryan's asking what inspires me. Oh, anyone who's passionate about anything. I mean, I don't really listen to Taylor Swift's music, for example, but I watched the Taylor Swift documentary and was totally inspired for about a week afterwards. Got about 5 minutes left, guys. A joke for you. So Feeling Eerie said, what do Mancunians order at a French restaurant? Well, he didn't give me the punchline, so we don't know. Muskan BK is asking, what is the dumbest and cleverest accent? Okay, the dumbest and cleverest accent. The dumbest, I'm afraid, is my accent, the Essex accent. It doesn't get thicker than the Essex accent. This is my accent I'm talking with now, wherever you are in the world. I mean, even if you're in other parts of the UK, you might not be able to appreciate. You probably just think I've got a London accent. Incorrect. This is very distinctive. This is very distinctively an Essex accent. Hear the difference. Listen to how I'm pronouncing my words. Very closed, very careful. You can hear every sound. Whereas a London accent, can you hear the difference? I've completely opened up every word. Even the end of the sentence is opened up. It's not like an Australian accent. I know some of my American people struggle to hear the difference. An Australian accent, you can hear I'm saying my T's. I'm enjoying my letters. I'm enjoying my pronunciation. It's there. Whereas London accent like almost flows out like liquid at the end of the day. I'm open. School gates are open. I fucked off. Didn't finish school. Well, up, South London. Whereas an Essex accent has a closed sound. And that's why it's such a weird sound, because it's a closed ending with an open middle. Can you hear that? Open London middle, closed. Like posh. English posh is closed. Closed at the end, closed in the middle. Everything's closed. I don't know you. You don't know me. Clean my house. Go back to Poland. Closed, 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 unfriendly. Whereas an Essex accent is closed at the end, open in the middle, meaning we sound like total idiots, but with absolute clarity at the end of the day. Oh my God, are you for real? That's how it works, guys. All of the vowels. Sambuca, Kelly. What's the biggest amount of performance biggest amount of people ever performed to? It'd probably be like a festival gig, maybe 7,000 or 8,000, something like that. I mean, I have performed at the O2 if you mean anywhere ever, then it will be the O2, 20,000 odd, whatever it is. But that's just a 10-minute set in a bigger show. Where it's a set where people have come to see me would probably be Reading or Leeds Festival, something like that. I don't know. Latitude, a few thousand, don't know. Someone's been queuing up at Sainsbury's and they've ended up with Marmite and a cheese grater. My worst GCSE result, religion. Religious GCSE. I don't believe in spirituality or religion because ultimately I wanted to go on to be degree educated and I felt like believing in any of that shit would hamper me. Simba the Lion, we've already covered self-employed earlier. You've obviously just joined the feed. It's been covered earlier on. That's not bad, is it? I've only got my YouTube channel's quite new. I've only got 40,000 people total that have ever ticked the box subscribe. So to have 600 of you, that's not bad going, is it? I do a lot of my stuff, well, obviously on stage and on TV. Can't get out of the house now. And I do a lot of Facebook Lives, but I'm trying to move some more stuff over here because I know people have access issues for Facebook. So tell everyone around the channel. I'll keep improvising. That's what I'm doing. I'm improvising stand-up before your very eyes with no audience, no shits given on any subject of your choice. Opinions on Tiger King on Netflix is on the to-watch list. Haven't watched it yet. How do I keep fit in isolation? Well, this is the thing about comedians. If we want to keep fit, there's no point in subscribing to anything that requires a gym membership. So I've got the resistance bands, gloves. I could do a workout right now on that bed. Watch. For example, that was donkey kicks. When you go belly up, how do you think you're going to exit? I don't know what that means. Right, have we covered anything else? Anything anyone wants me to cover? We've got just 1 or 2 minutes left. Any subject. How is my hair so perfect? It's just, I'm losing volume there though, don't you think? A little bit. My hair's got more volume than a pensioner's telly, so I really notice when it's going. Have I ever performed at Montreal just for laughs? I have. I didn't manage to fix my Freddy teeth. Do you know why? Because I haven't been out of the house. You're not getting this, are you, people? Russell, your stand-up's great. What city would you really like to do a show in? New York. I would just love to go to New York and do stand-up. It's something I've never... Well, I performed a very short set in Sal's Comedy Basement, Greenwich Village once. But it's something I've never done. So I would love to go to New York. What's hilarious is people from New York, like people in America think New York is rude. I was in California and they were like, oh my God, are you going to New York? Oh my God, they're so rude there. I feel so sorry for you because you're English and so polite. You're not going to be able to cope with it. Not realising I grew up in and around London. And to me, New York seemed polite. Hey, buddy, Why don't you have quite a nice day? I hope 50% of your day is nice. At best, motherfucker. Have a nice day. Have quite a nice day. That's it. That's as bad as it gets in New York. Hey, move out the way. I'm trying to drive. That's as bad as it gets. Compared to London, here's your shopping. Get out, you prick. Get out. Come back. You forgot something. Cheeky punch to the face. Now, fuck off. Am I cutting my own hair on lockdown? Not yet. I managed to get one last little fade in with Lara Scissorhands. Leon C is still ram at the moment. What's wrong with people? Someone's just said here that Leon C, where my house still is rammed with people at the seafront eating cockles. I think if only the virus could tell which people are being thick as shit and just focus on them, not kill them or anything, but just give them a little slap round the immune system face. If a coronavirus would be like, come on lads, it's time to get moral. There's a load of fucking idiots eating cockles down on Leon Sea. Let's give them sore throats and make them shit themselves in bed. That'd be fair, wouldn't it? If everyone who's behaving like a bellend gets a fever, shits themselves in bed once, then goes back to work. No one gets permanently hurt, but everyone gets an appropriate punishment. Donald Trump's opinions on China. Well, everyone thought Donald was smashing it at first. That's what makes me laugh. All the mums are like, I know it's wrong, but I do like him. He talks a lot of sense. And then everyone starts dying in America. It's gone quiet now, hasn't it? Just do the procedures, Donald. You're not immune to illness. Nicola Craig asking, have I been to India? I have, several times. Mumbai, Kerala. Where else have I been? Goa and Indian Ocean, Maldives. Jack Dawson's asking, what does Lindsay think about the COVID? She hates it. We both got my grandparents are still alive, her granddad's still alive. We've got lots of old people we give a shit about. Should low-level criminals be released early from prison? If they could help, maybe they could be released and tagged and volunteer painting gates. I, for one, will be like, my drive needs redoing. So if someone, say, who's done like a mild sexual offence, like a flasher, maybe he could come and reflag my driveway. Yeah, okay, he's going to be getting his todger out and wanking against the window, but new driveway. Do I use Just for Men? How dare you, Spencer W? I think I'm greying quite nicely at the temples. Look at that. I am grey here and grey there. Just grey here and grey there, and little flecks, pepper and salt at the moment. What's my favourite Queen song? We are the champions, my friends. That one. Have we covered Theresa May the Crow yet? No, but I do wonder whether Theresa May, do you remember when it started to go wrong for Theresa May? Who remembers what was the sign that she was losing it? Can you remember what it was? Coughing. Make Britain... Make Britain... I'm not saying she started the COVIDs, but she is a bat farmer. Already done Boris having corona. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've covered up everything, including my hair with Just for Men, according to some of you, you bastards. What socks am I wearing? Just plain old black socks. This is me. If you're wondering where I get my clothes, ASOS. Everything's from ASOS. It's a combination of the clothes look great on me and pure fucking laziness. If it doesn't come from ASOS, I ain't wearing it. I actually rock back and forth in the street sometimes. What car am I driving? I've got one of the... I'm so gutted. I just got my new car delivered. It's a DS7 plug-in hybrid electric. And it's plugged in all right because I can't drive in it. But that's what I'll be doing the tour in when it picks up again. DS, beautiful car. What will you do when the media blackouts come? I don't think they will, Ibelisti Cat. 20 more seconds before we finish, as always, with a close-up on my air conditioning unit. Apple or Samsung? I'm just going to say Apple, Muscan, because I don't want, as I'm swiping, for my handheld device to explode and burn my hand into a bloody stump. So I'm going to go Apple. Show us my pants. No, I will not do that. Please, will you do your lap dance? The only reason I'm not doing any dancing on these streams is my YouTube ones are getting a little bit more popular. Once you get past about 10 or 15,000, if I play any music on this that isn't royalty free, some clever dick will take it down. And my music at the beginning was royalty free. Right, I think we are there, people. If you've got no more subjects for me to improvise stand-up on, pronounce my usual name, Walawi. If you've got no more subjects for me to pronounce upon, then I will turn off this stream and we will finish. Oh, later on, by the way, I'm being interviewed on an Instagram live by Malin Anderson. She was in Love Island a few years ago. Now she's like a mental health campaigner. So she's got me on. I imagine she thinks I'm going to give like serious insight into what it's like being a comedian in the environment we live in. But what will actually happen is I will ask the fuck around and bring humour where it's needed to this area. Okay. Oh, Helen's lost a pound, people. Oh, you mean the Slimming World? You're referring to my Slimming World routine. Yes, I have been on TV talking about Slimming World and how Slimming World just appeals to British people so much. And it appeals to British people because these slimming clubs, they allow people to starve, gorge, and that is the British mentality. That's what we like to do all summer. Detox, 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 Reading and Leeds Festival, St John's Ambulance, counselling, back to work, liver damage. That's how we roll as a culture. And that's why starve yourself, gorge works so well. I'm gonna have a bag of lettuce every day this week and save up my treats. And then on Saturday, I'm gonna have a bin bag of fucking Snickers. Do I plan on getting fat? I've definitely picked up a bit of something here, Gabrielle, but I just think I'm just so wound up, so tight as a human being. I'm always bounding around everywhere. Okay, panic buying bell end heckle. Right, I think we're done now. People are definitely saying weird things. Well, Carla, the next live stream, I'd like to do this once a day if I can, but people are going to need to come with better subjects. So bring subjects for me to perform stand-up about, and I will talk about them. Ellie Arkle's asking, am I a feminist? Do you know what's happening? I think rather than girls getting what they want via feminism, men are dropping further down into the pit of self-questioning, body dysmorphia and lack of confidence. We seem to be meeting in some horrific middle. It would be nice if feminism lifted everyone up, but it hasn't. That's the reason I'm shaving my balls 3 times a week and wages aren't equal. Right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I know I hate football. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching the second Kaneing Live Ask Me Anything. There will be a tighter set that happens where you're welcome to comment, but I won't be responding. I'm literally going to come on, bang, 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 do stand up, like proper, like rather than this semi-improvised loose style. That's coming up, so look out for that. There'll be another one of these tomorrow or the day after. Stay safe, people. Stay in. I know some of you got to work. Just try and keep your distance. Do the best you can. And remember, even if you live alone, your sex life doesn't have to end. That's why we have socks. That's why we have meat that you can warm up in the microwave. Stay safe, people. And don't get a touch of the COVIDs, no matter what you do. It's time to finish with a close-up on my air conditioning unit. A touch of the COVIDs. Have you got a little touch of the COVIDs? Why don't you get some aircon and cool your aircon down with your COVID faces burning hot? There's no need to frown.